So here we've got another drawing I did. Hopefully this video won't take too long to edit down. I'm recording these audios for the previous one, like sort of back to back. This is one that I think turned out quite a bit better than that previous one. Again, this is kind of an older artwork, because I had a bit of a delay where I wasn't uploading videos because I was just like, I just want to draw now. That first video took a lot longer than I was expecting, so hopefully these ones don't take too long, and hopefully in the future I can figure out a setup that's like quite a bit quicker than this. Yeah, I was thinking of copying Drawfee quite a bit. Mentioned in my previous video, so probably show myself drawing out like sketches and then the line work and then cut to the finished product, even though like I do think it's important to see how coloring and shading and all that stuff's done. I've given you guys a bit of a taste of how like I do that in that first one. Of course I'm still working on getting better, but I don't think I'm amazing by any means. Yeah, I basically put colors down and use a specific type of brush that like just sort of takes it and like shoves it around, and it's got a bit of a texture. That's how I get like sort of fuzzy textures and fluffy textures and stuff out of it. So it's a bunch of simple tricks to make sort of more detailed looking artwork, but yeah, other than that, I think watching the lines go down is probably the most interesting thing to watch anyways. And hopefully after I get done explaining the whole channel and everything, get everything sorted out. I haven't even figured out a platform to upload onto, like uncensored clips and stuff like that, but for now we're gonna do just YouTube, and then I'll try to see. I think I've got an OnlyFans set up. I think I can do free public video posts on there. Hopefully it's not against the terms of service, because if that works, I might just do that. I don't know if I can link it directly, but you guys can figure it out. Based off the channel name, everything should be pretty easy to find if you found this channel. I mean, it's kind of hard to find if you know who I am, but once you find one of these, you can find all of them. So it's kind of the intention here, but here's a trick I'm doing where I just flip it vertically. I flip it vertically to draw an upside down character. It's pretty obvious, like, I'm going off of an older reference here, of a drawing I did. You could tell the proportions are a bit whack in both, but even more so in the older one. I kind of like the toony art style, but I'll say I've definitely improved. I've also retconned this character a little bit, as you'll possibly see. Maybe not on YouTube, in like future drawings, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I find bats like really fun to draw. Really interesting characters. Like they kind of have canine-like faces, so I don't know. It's like if you don't want to draw the really popular like dogs and stuff like that, just draw bats. They're kind of similar in the face at least, and they're more niche, so people will give you hipster cred for drawing bats, I guess. I don't know. I think they are pretty popular, but still. Yeah, fun to draw. This was an improvement. But being that this is a piece I drew maybe like 4 months ago at this point, probably. Maybe longer, maybe shorter. Yeah, it's like I could have probably drawn this better. Or now, if I drew it now, it'd probably be better, but It is what it is. I mean, I'm still not a great artist by any means. I haven't even improved that much, but I haven't even drawn that much, really. But yeah, I don't know. We're always looking to improve. This is an improvement over that last drawing, but that was kind of botched, let's be real. That was way below my pay grade at the time of drawing. Just kind of biffed that and just submitted it anyways. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get my 80% up to like a higher amount. I don't know why we're hanging on this for so long. I'm just sort of like stalling. Maybe I went to the washroom or something. Maybe it was dinner time. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, get ready for some horrible handwriting here. Wow, that looks gross. Yeah, I've been trying to work on my handwriting quite a bit here. And I think for the most part I've gotten a lot better, but here, whew, that's ugly. Wow, I've always had bad handwriting, but with a little bit of work, I can get it looking better. And I can certainly do much better than this now, but yeah. I don't know. This is still the basic sketch, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go over these with finer lines here. Hopefully that writing's a sketch too. I think I remember the final product being pretty ugly looking too. I don't know if I'm gonna go through the effort of censoring the Discord chats anymore. It's not really anything censor-worthy aside from the actual, like, images, but yeah, obviously I'm gonna censor those bits, but I don't know. Yeah, look, this is me trying to write neatly, and it still looks horrible. Also some edgy reference here, but I don't know, it felt appropriate given my character. Okay, and now I'm going in with the lines. I think recently I've actually been doing artwork that, like, I kind of just jump right into the line work. Actually, no, that's not true. I do always start with the sketch even still, but I know people who do jump right into the line work, and it looks really good all the same. I'm not that talented yet. I've still got to get my proportions consistent. Still got to get an eye for seeing mistakes and stuff like that, so yeah, I don't know. And I don't know how often I'm going to be updating this channel. It does seem like I've come across a bit of a niche thing that isn't very prevalent online even, because I guess there isn't really good platforms to do this kind of content and share it, like YouTube, because obviously it goes against YouTube's guidelines, so has to be heavily cut to get on YouTube, but I digress. Still fun stuff. And I hope you guys find it entertaining. I hope these videos get more entertaining. Yeah, as I said before, I'm still trying to figure things out, so hopefully I have them figured out soon enough. By the time I start recording new videos. I do have some basic quality of life improvements that'll improve my time. Like, I'm gonna be only recording the Krita windows. I think in 720p. Just, yeah, oh, I'm struggling with this face. I can already tell that's a bad shape. Oh man, my whole technique here is just... I wouldn't be drawing this like this today. I'll say that much. I'd probably draw like a circle. I'd probably put the eyes like in the middle of that circle, because that's like cat proportions. It just looks appealing to the human eye. Makes characters look more appealing or cute. It's one of those Disney tricks. And then I'd probably have, like, around the cheek area, have, like, the head come out a bit. And then go back to, like, a point around the chin area. But I haven't really done that, so it's not, like, terrific here. It's kind of sloppy, let's just say. I am fixing the eyes, though, which is doing quite a bit to improve the drawing, but yeah, geez, that face isn't... That's not an ideal shape. That's a really jank shape. Like this drawing I've done as a reference. I don't know how I pulled that off, because that looks so much better. I'm trying to use it as a reference, and it just... I can't rip myself off very well, apparently. It's like a copy of a copy, you know? It isn't as good, you know? The sequel's never as good as the original, I guess. So, yeah, but I digress. This is a different character. I wanted to draw both characters. I'll include this thing here, because it's going to be censored, because it's a Patreon exclusive image, but I think for promotional stuff, I'll allow these sorts of drawings to crop up, but yeah, it's mostly Patreon exclusive, basically. So, yeah, that's also why I didn't record a video of me doing this. And why do I think that looks acceptable? Why do I think that arm looks okay? This is kind of cringy, me going back and watching this, because it's far enough in the past where I'm just like, what was I thinking when I drew this? Like, why didn't I immediately try to correct that? Even if I do get it looking better by the end of it, why did I let it look like that now? Because that arm is going off into space, you know? It's got that Stretch Armstrong arm. Okay, see, I'm trying to correct it now. That's not really correct, but that looks more visually appealing, I guess, even if it's just as anatomically incorrect, as disproportionate as ever. I guess the angle's more appealing. Okay, that's a bit better. That's a bit better, yeah. I wasn't using a reference at this point when I really should have been, because I'm getting into the limbs, getting into the hands, very complicated stuff. And yeah, not great when you don't know exactly where the lines are supposed to go and you just kind of guess at them. Because, I don't know, a perfectionist would draw a skeleton and then the muscles and then skin and then fur. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist here. But maybe I should learn the methods, you know? That way I know how to better understand where things go at the very least. Maybe I should try drawing more skeletons. I do draw skeletons every now and then, at least for the skulls. I usually draw animal skulls before I draw the animal. Which you can't tell here because the face is completely wrong. The skull's completely wrong, but I don't know, hopefully we can improve this in the future. Hopefully you guys can stick around by then. Looks like we're getting towards the end of the video though. I'm just drawing these wings. I recently had learned how to draw wings on DeviantArt. I say learned, I looked up a tutorial, so I'm putting in these bumps right around where like the bones end and begin and stuff. And it gives it this way more like realistic look, actually. It looks so much better and it's so easy to do. Once I started doing this, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm putting these like flaps above the like, I don't know what that is, that bone in the wing too, because I've noticed those exist. So that's a modern thing I'm doing in like these characters now that I wasn't doing before. That is more accurate. And wow, this musculature looks terrible. Not my best drawing, even for the time. It's clearly not as good as the reference, the other drawing I did that I didn't record myself doing. But yeah, it's something. It's something, I guess. Something to behold. And yeah, hopefully my art gets better. I might try to do live commentary, like just record a whole session with mic and everything, and just like try to cut that down, see how it works at the very least. Might be an experiment, might be the norm. I might do a mix of different techniques. And surprisingly, these fingers don't look horrible. I just sort of, like, I thought about them a bit. I was like, okay, how many... Okay, I did draw that pinky wrong, but it looks okay in the Toonie art style. But I'm thinking, like, okay, how, like, they each have 3 digits, except for the thumb, it has 2 digits. Let's actually draw out the digits instead of having bendy tube fingers. And that's the end. That's the end. So, have a great day.